Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy Games. We're back in Genshin Impact, and today we are going to continue the Archon quest, Chapter 3, Act 3. So we just, I guess the Act 2 ended with ending the whole cycles of the Samsara with dreams and all that. And now something else is happening. Let's see what's going on. Like a triumphant hero, talk to Catherine in Sumeru City. It has been a long time since the Sub-Zero Samsara, and many things cannot be ascertained until Nahida gets back in form. Today, you go to the Adventurers Guild as usual. Okay, let's track this. So yeah, Nahida apparently is really weak right now because she went to all the different like dream worlds to try and save Denyarzad, and she was succeeded in that, which kind of like made it so that our tears were a little bit unfounded since we thought she was dead, and then she just turns out to be alive at the end because Nahida saved her. And yeah, she's used up a lot of her power as she had needed to like go rest or whatever. So now I guess the next part of the quest is available. So yeah, let's see what Catherine has to say. Oh man, I started recording away from this Catherine because I knew this was going to happen.
We meet again, you two.
I knew that walking close to here would trigger the quest. So like for the last few days since the 3.1 patch came out, I've been avoiding Sumeru City altogether. I've also switched to like my daily commissions to be in Li Yuhe just so I can like find a time where I actually can sit down and play the game. So yeah, there's one part of the game that I don't really like, where the story quest is kind of goes. It's not very YouTuber friendly, I guess. It's we have to like kind of figure out ways around stuff like this because there's no way to repeat these things, and you kind of have to play by ear whenever something like this happens.
Hi, Catherine! Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Whoa, love poem, eh?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Okay, that's a weird request.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed just imagining it. The audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard. All they want is money.
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together. A lot of people from the orphanages grow up to be mercenaries. Whoa.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Is she like, has she been taken over by Nahida at this point, and she's just like, kind of like playing a prank on us?
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're Nahida, aren't you?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions.
Ooh.
That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods? What did you dream about?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one.
Ooh.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality, oh, there goes gravity, oh, Bajo family, oh, the mom's spaghetti.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
We pity you, Nahida.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
It's not just pity.
By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Okay, Nahida, sounds good. Let's do it.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Wait, is she gonna actually just take Catherine's body to go out, hang out with us? She's not gonna, like, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, she's trapped in like a tower or something. The sages of the Academia like immediately like locked her up or something like that, and she's only like uses the Catherine, I guess, to be able to see the outside world, which is why she just doesn't really understand humans all that much. She didn't really have a lot of interactions with human. Also, having Paimon so close to like the cameras, it's a little bit silly too, and having Lumine like looking at her with that like judgmental face. Dreams, emptiness, deception. Started. It's Archon Quest, Chapter 3, Act 3. Wait, is it Act 3? Act 3. Woo! Yes, let's so is this just like if I don't do anything or don't advance this quest, then the Catherine here just never comes back? We need to go this way. Oop.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Oh.
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
We could just spy on them. Possess a key figure in the Academia. Possess a student and infiltrate the sages' quarters. We could grab someone close to the sages and question them. I'm guessing we don't want Nahida just go randomly possessing people. So, but at the same time, we grab someone close to the sages, they might alert the sages to our plans. I'll just choose this one.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences.
That's what I was saying, but I don't think any of those choices would have been the right choice.
After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Oh no. Oh no. Possess a key figure? Oh wait, maybe one of these are actually right. Possess a student and yeah, probably possess a student.
No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, we'll scramble the students' brains if we possess them for too long.
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Then we create a new life for them in Mondstadt.
Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
Oh man, I should have thought of that. Oh.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Possess a key figure in the Academia?
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
What? That's crazy.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me.
But distrust. Okay.
In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
I can't think of anything else. We can just enter the Academia and try to be a student. No, that wouldn't make sense. For the traveler, what kind of educational background does a traveler have to be able to get enrolled in the Academia? I guess we do know people from Sumeru as well. Maybe if we ask them and they're willing to help. Like that one fertilizer lady. Or I don't know who else. I think that's the only person I can think of. I guess there's actually no, all the other characters I met are from like other parts of Sumeru. Like Rana of Vidya Forest or something. And then there's like Tainari. Oh, maybe we can get Tainari involved since even though he's from Gandharvaville, the Academia wants him, right? I can't think of anyone else or anything else.
Are we really out of ideas?
Oh no, Paimon.
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
What? What? The theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the account rejecting impractical methods at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal. Oh, so you just think of all the crazy ideas that you don't want to do, then you're able to kind of drill down and sift through all the bad ideas, and you might be able to find a good idea.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved,
Why don't I just get myself
then I
involved?
should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
Oh, like the people who worship you, Nahida? Like Nilu and Dinyarzad and potentially Dia.
You're saying we should recruit a spy?
Spies.
That does sound like it could work.
Supai, Koroshiya, Waku Waku!
Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Oh, Alhaitham's gonna be involved, eh? He was part of the Act 1, Archon Quest Chapter 3, Act 1, where we found out he eventually got his hands on the big relic that the Academia is looking for, and then we kind of got left from there. That story thread is still a bit loose.
Actually, I already have someone in mind.
Oh.
Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
No.
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Is she the lady who was following one of the sages? The sage that was like trying to tell Nilu that she's not allowed to do her religious dance? Having a religious festival without the academia. So, approval is like illegal or something.
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now.
She's actually wavering in her loyalty to the sages, potentially.
Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
Yeah, we don't like her very much. She was very stupid. Ugh.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
If you're looking at that billboard and wondering why it's sparkling, it's because that billboard actually offers you a world quest that I haven't done yet.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky.
Well, like a North Star?
Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
This is no longer just a metaphor. Those are Setaria's true thoughts, right?
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds like exactly the person. It sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
We're gonna kidnap her.
To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Okay. Ring. So is she still? She's still not there. All right. Let's go to wherever they want us to go. Woo. Oh. It's the lady who's telling us to pet her cats, but then we can't actually pet anyone. I wanted to go for that sparkle.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fate?
Oh yeah, Nabiya. It's like Nahida, but with different consonants. Wait, are those letters called consonants? Vowels and consonants, right?
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh?
Do you know the
Really?
way?
Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Oh.
Of course, of course. In that case...
She's a little girl.
Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Oh no. How can I offend the gods?
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh yeah. I guess we have our crossroads with the crossing of roads, crossing of paths. With many Archons of this world.
Hmm?
It is true. Don't think too much of it, though.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Divine my prospects in love. Divine my prospects in health. There have never been any, like, suggestion of, like, a love interest for the main character. So it might be funny to, like, do this. But, like, I think most people would probably just do this because it's a less embarrassing. But for entertainment's sake, let's let's ask her if we have any, like, romantic interests in our future. It's like, it's Paimon. Paimon's the one who'll love you forever.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
Because as we know, we're going to be healthy no matter what. We have a lot of adventuring to do, so if we get sick, that'll be bad.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed.
Uh-oh.
One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
It's because we are the Shujinko.
Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Oh, so many people love us. Meow? Two cats. They're both looking in the same direction.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
I guess if you talk to, like, every single person you put into your teapot, like all the companions, and the more, like, friendship level they are, the more like dialogue options open up for you to like kind of experience. And a lot of them, like, hints heavily that they, like, really like you, or they would like to, like, further their relationship with you in one way or another. So maybe she is right with her fortune telling.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Whoa! The black cat is, like, a lot bigger than the white cat. Is it just, like, a perspective thing, or is that, like, how it was actually, like, designed? Ring. Let's see. Oh yeah, the black cat is, like, way bigger than the white cat. Oh, are you guys best friends? Are you guys best friends? Are you guys best friends? They're looking in the same direction all the time. Oh no, never mind. There's a little bit of a delay. Seems like the black cat's following the white cat's lead. Gather information as instructed by Nahida. We gotta talk to this guy, Akim.
Is this another one of Setaria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to Akim. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Sumeri City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
That is I, Catherine. Ha 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 ha.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof
Oh,
and
no.
broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement.
I wonder if we go to Port Ormos, there's like an old guy that we can talk to that goes like, oh, I used to be a mason and I broke my leg. Now I've retired here and having a great day. Oh, I miss my son in Sumeru City though. I wish he'd come visit more often or something like that.
I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Every needs, you say? Ooh. We need to find our brother. Can your pots help us with that? Gather information as instructed by Nahida. Has this changed at all? No, it hasn't. Ooh. It's the Li Yue lady we've talked to at some point.
This should be our final stop. Setaria is always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
I actually don't really understand why talking to these people would help us, I don't know, convince Setaria to help us.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Oh yes, we have. You have.
Sorry, I don't quite remember.
Oh.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get into the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
And she's doing illegal stuff down there?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Okay. Is Chi-chan like Chi-Chi's friend? Oh. Talk to Nahida. Nahida. Oop.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Setaria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Setaria face her problems.
Yeah, we're a little confused.
Setaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Setaria's soft spot.
Ooh, soft spot, I see. We shall exploit it.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Setaria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If King Dashret was to criticize Setaria's action, Or if King Dashret was to make demands of Setaria. That's what I don't know.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Setaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
Are you trying to inception an idea into her brain?
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. And then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King.
Okay.
As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Setaria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Wait, I thought Nahida was against possessing random people. Or at least innocent people.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
A little bit of a plot, hole here. Is it a hole or inconsistency?
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Wait, we're impersonating them?
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Go what? This is gonna be weird.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Yeah, you're a lot smarter than us and more knowledgeable of the people in this area.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Alright, I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Only for a little while. We're only gonna be super intrusive to their personal space and privacy.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Like a triumphum here and wait until the following afternoon. I think one of the other quests is telling me to wait as well. So like, I think this might actually trigger this as well. That's okay. A ballad and brew. Yeah, well, whatever. That's okay. I'll just play by ear. Whoop. Wait, what was it? The following afternoon. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh, I didn't trigger that. Nice. But since a few days have passed, when the time comes for this one to be triggered, when it comes time, I think this will probably trigger 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So yeah, if I play long enough or be stuck in dialogue long enough to hit this time, it might trigger. But that's okay. Ooh. She's still not there. Interesting. Whoop, beep, boop, boop. We're gonna possess you, little girl. Don't worry about it. Well, what happens to our body then if we possess her? Do we need to like hide in a corner somewhere?
Oh,
it's Paimon!
Here she comes! Setaria's here!
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
I don't know what to say, oh no.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Okay. Do-do-do-do. Wong. Whoa. Whoa.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
I'm a little girl. Whoa. I have these tiny little hands.
Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
I just get zoned out there for a second.
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Maybe they should have transferred Paimon into her since Paimon talks a lot. Now it's really weird to hear this character talk since it's supposed to be us when we ourselves don't talk like all that much.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
I had to fart. I was holding in a fart. I'm sorry.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong?
They know.
I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Harut and Marut. The only reason I remember is Haru and Maru. Sounds like Japanese cat names. Hamru and Tamru.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
The black one's huge.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Paimon.
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
It's funny because Paimon floats and we just see her floating in the back with her face poking out.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
The gods have spoken. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The gods have spoken. Wait, what? Does both of these sounds? I'll just use this one.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Don't worry about it. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, please pay no mind to those kinds of details.
I wonder what happens if you just fail everything.
The gods are asking.
Does she just get suspicious?
Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
The Scarlet King, Deshaham badabam badabam badabam.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
Deshret.
The
The
Scarlet
what?
King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago.
He's been resurrected. What?
Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Huh? The Scarlet King Deshret's resurrection is a misinformation campaign. Oh, she knows because she's in the inner circles of the sages of the academia. So that's weird. Why would the academia be spreading misinformation about the Scarlet King to cause civil war pretty much? Because it riles up all the Eremites and the people of the desert, right?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
So how aren't we kind of, you know how like Nahida said we ruin people's lives with the wrong mistake? What happens if like now some other people overheard her saying that she's like a devout follower of the Scarlet King, and they start like judging her by that? And I don't know, she doesn't remember this conversation. She's like, I'm not a Scarlet. Oh, what are you talking about? They're like, we heard you. Ah. I guess it'll be her word against theirs. I don't know. And the only one person who actually knows is this Setaria person.
Wait!
But I feel like, yeah, there could potentially be issues here for her by making her seem like a devout follower of the Scarlet King. There's nobody there. Paimon.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss.
That part didn't suspect anything.
To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
The little girl's like, what happened?
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
She's at Akeem's
Soul
now, right on cue.
transposed.
Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Wait for Nahida to enter the inhabitant's consciousness and talk to Setaria. Ad Abba Abasask.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something.
Oh, hello.
Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Masonry work.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling a lot better. He's walking more now. He's feeling a lot better. He can lift stuff now. I would say walking, probably. I don't know. Lift stuff? Why would he want to lift stuff in Port Ormos? Walking.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King?
I
don't know. Why are you questioning me? This is like interrogation.
I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
No, you're hurting my feelings with those words.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
On top of what I was talking about earlier, what happens if like afterwards she like after all this is said and done and she comes back to these vendors and go like, oh, are you guys still devout followers of the Scarlet King? And like, I don't know what you're talking about. Wouldn't that be super awkward too? Or are we just not gonna think about that at the moment and we just need to get what needs to be done? so that we can move on.
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role. I wasn't too harsh, was I?
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Setaria.
Setaria's like, Akeem's a freaking jerk. I'm not buying stuff from him anymore.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
let's keep going.
So they answer the question I had. That the Dendral Archon herself will explain everything to her. And make it sure that she doesn't have any hard feelings against these people. Ring, follow Setaria.
Come on! Setaria's already started.
I didn't even know I'm supposed to be in that area. I just instinctively went there.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately?
I didn't know that that's the spot I need to go. I just instinctively went, oh, I'm gonna hide behind those crates, and it turned out to be like the next part of the quest, and it cut off Paimon's voice line, unfortunately.
Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
No, I've been spending all my time studying basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Uh-oh. Now we're talking about the fact that the Sages of the Academy has been experimenting on the people, and this lady, Setaria, knows about it.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Ooh, we're stabbing her with these words.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
There was like a legend that the Dendral Archon, there's like a dude or something. He's like constantly wishing that the Dendral Archon would help him, and except he kept working at the issue, and it turns out like, oh, the Dendral Archon was in every like thing that helped him along the way or whatever, something like that. I don't know, I'm not really paraphrasing the story very well, and it seems like this is the case for Setaria, where the Dendral Archon through Lumine, or the Traveler, is contacting Setaria and trying to like give her the advice and the push she needs to make the right decision and go through with her life, or confront kind of the issues that she's met with.
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
Oh yeah, the Scarlet King is super hot.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please, please stop!
Oh, okay. I actually didn't notice this until now. Setaria is actually not wearing a Akasha terminal, just like how Nahida said like all the higher ups don't use it because they know it's there to like invade on your privacy.
Even now, Setaria's still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
Uh-oh.
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
What do we need to get ready for? Oh, Paimon's not wearing a Akasha terminal. I guess she doesn't really need to be mind controlled, right? We need the Akasha terminal to let Nahida like help us or something like that.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Okay.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
There's a lot of devout followers of the Scarlet King.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Oh, we're gonna just take over this random lady now?
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Wait, so is it still true that the Scarlet King's resurrection is propaganda and misinformation, like, pushed out by the Academy at this point? Because then if that's the case, then Setaria knows, like, all these people... if it is the case that all these people are believing in the Scarlet King, that it is, like, following a propaganda that's not true.
Miss Setaria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
Oh, yeah.
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
Uh-oh.
You must face the truth, Setaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Oh no, her Kokoro is faltering.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Oh no, Setaria, I feel kind of bad making her feel this way.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland.
She's like, I'm just a guard. Lady, this is a Wendy's. She's like spilling her heart out. And the lady's just like a guard. Just like, I don't know who you are. You're crazy.
But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You should follow your heart. It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
What is Setaria actually researching? She just the Academy just does research. What they're researching is confidential. You should know. I guess she's researching the dream and the gnosis if she's a part of the whole like Samsara Sub-Zero's festival thing.
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation.
It was the Digital Archon herself.
Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great, we finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival.
A little Paimon and a bit of Catherine's head poking out behind those crates. And I guess maybe like we can see, is that Lumine's dress a little bit on the corner there? Or her outfit kind of poking out?
But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
An outcast that even the sages are still wary of? Is it I'll hate them?
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha.
Put it into a knowledge capsule.
Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
Oh, paper, pen and paper.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap.
Oh, all
I'm
right.
only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
Okay.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoing?
Not so fast. You've caused a lot of suffering to the people of Sumeru City. You think doing this simple thing is gonna atone for you? Ha! Good luck.
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Find the Dendro Archon. Believe in the Dendro Archon.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Setaria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Setaria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars?
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Sounds good, Nahida. Oh. Oops. Yeah, I guess that was the...
Almost time! Let's go meet up with Razor. The meeting spot is on the bank of Cider Lake. You know the way, right?
That is the event currently that just activated, unfortunately. I really hate that there's no way to like cleanly organize these quests into like proper videos. So I would have missed. I guess I missed that like Paimon dialogue line very often for a lot of these quests. But I guess I'm not in a rush to do this at the moment, so I'll just continue with the Triumphant Hero quest, the Archon quest, and I guess look forward to the Bonds of Melody quest. Actually, I don't know. This Bonds of Melody might come out before this, depending on how I want to release these stories. I kind of want to release them together, but I might just release them as I release them. I don't know. There's so much to think about when it comes to how to organize the release of these. I guess once I release it, it doesn't matter, because then most of the people who watch these will probably be far into the future, and all the videos will already be available. It's only like the select few that are following my channel as I release them, which is a very small handful of people. There might actually be no people that's actually eagerly following my videos at the moment. Only a few people who click the video here and there that that might have like watched a few seconds and then leave. No one's actually following these videos like hardcore as like a daily staple of their day. I got some achievements. The Soul Transpose. Share senses with Nahida through possession using Akasha. Bloop. I don't remember how many. I didn't see how many Primogems that gave, but it gave Primogems. Woo! Let's see where we need to go. Wait. Did I stop tracking it by accident? No, it's still being tracked. Well, I gotta wait till the following day. Okay, till 7 of the following day. Zoop. Maybe now is a good time to end this. Since, wait, isn't it 7 the following? Oh, wait until 7 the following day. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna end this here then, I guess, because it's almost an hour. Or it just hit an hour. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this in the next video. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. I guess subscribe for more as well.